Continuing on from our surface profile, we're going to create a proposed profile of what the ground looks like. We're going to do this and then we're going to save the drawing and do it a second time to get practice. So at this point in time, if you haven't saved, go ahead and save. All right, so I'm going to create a profile on this roadway. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and set up my sheet to be able to look at this and how to create a plan and profile. So go ahead into your layout tab and right click and do move or copy. So I'm going to move to the end and create a copy and go OK. Now here I am going to click on it and I'm going to right click and I'm going to rename it to Plan and Profile. All right. Now what that means is I want to start from left to right to be able to read my profile. So that means I need to rotate this view. So I'm going to come in here, double click in here and type in D view. Oh, it's locked, sorry. So I got to unlock the viewport, click on the viewport, click unlocked, double click inside again and type in D view, hit enter, type in TW for twist, and we're going to twist it by 180 degrees. All right, so that just flips, so 10 starts this way and then goes up. Double click outside of it. Now I am going to change this to a 1 to 20 scale. Okay. I'm going to move my viewport down. Oh, I got to turn my snaps off like that. Move this up like so. Now you can see that it ends in station. I'm gonna end it at station the 1389. Okay. Now I am going to pull this over here like that. I'm going to make a copy of this viewport. I'm going to click on it and then I'm going to type in CO for copy. I'm going to bring it over here and I'm going to type in D view, enter, twist, and I'm going to type in 270 and then hit enter. I'm not sure if this is the right one that I want, but what I'm trying to do, 13 ends at 1389. Okay. Nope. I'm gonna go, sorry, wrong one. So D view, enter, twist, and I'm gonna set it back to 0. I need to get organized. Okay, so I need to rotate it so it's the remainder of this, which isn't gonna fit there. So forget that. Sorry about that. I thought I could fit it all on one sheet, but I can't. Not starting out 10 plus 0, 0 over here. I don't have enough room. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and do D view and determine what that is. All right, so escaped out of that. D view, enter, twist, and 90 will get me going the right direction. All right, so I'm actually going to need 2 sheets for my plan and profile because I can't get this to fit in here. It's too overlapping. So what I'm going to do is, now that I've got those 2 viewports created, I'm going to go ahead and go, actually, I'm going to create another viewport. I'm going to type in, I'm actually going to use this one. Copy it one more time. CO for copy, and I'm bringing it straight down here. Now I'm going to grip edit this and I'm going to go all the way out here. The reason is I want to find, double click, I want to find where that profile is drawn. Okay, it's actually drawn and it, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. So in this view, in this profile, in this viewport, type in D view, enter, twist, and then go 0 in this one because I need it right side up. Okay, so I'm going to do this and I'm going to bring it down to here. Now I need to make sure that it is at 20 scale also. And then I'm going to lock that viewport. And then I'm going to move it to here. Okay. Now, I'm going to move this one off to the side. And I'm going to move this to the 13 to 14 because I know I can see 13, 89 to the nearest. Okay. This gets me my viewport that matches the profile and the plan view. So what I want to start is I'm going to take a polyline, type in PL from the end point, and I'm going to turn on my ortho and go straight up. They should match. I'm going to move this where this end point here is perpendicular to here. Okay, so if I look at station 1550, the elevation of the ground at center line is 8488. So if I come up here at 1050, you can see that the contour, if I double click in here and hover near here, it's 8489. So it's close to what the profile band is showing, right? So that's fine. So that looks good. So I've got one profile set. So now if I drew a line up, especially if they're parallel to each other, see how it goes up to 12, cuts it right in the center? Same down here, it's 12. The only reason I do this is to make it aesthetic. So when the contractor's building, he can just look at the plan view and then look what the profile is doing. So you can see that at station 13, it's going to be 82 or 83 and some change. So you look here, it's 83 and a quarter is the elevation. So that's what the natural ground looks like. So now what you're going to do is you're going to create a copy of that. So you're going to right click, plan and profile, move and copy, and you're going to move to the end. All right. Oops, I forgot to hit make a copy. Create a copy, move to the end. All right, so now on this one, I'm going to delete this viewport and I'm going to move this one at station 14 here, and I can go ahead and put it there, but that's a bad idea. Let me move this. So this one's going to start out at F3. 14. I'm going to move it back to the right. I'm going to move these both over. Just getting them organized to about there. And then I'm going to move this one, and I'm just using my orthos to get these all set. Okay, and then I'll just squish this down. It's not always going to fit perfectly on one sheet, and that's fine. You can use the sheet to create additional information. All right. Okay, now there are different methods. I like to have these elevations on both sides, and there are different methods to do this, but this is the fastest method. So I'm going to copy this, and I am going to, as soon as my snap allows me, go from here to here. Okay. So now that I've done that, I've just basically allowed myself to copy these elevations. Okay. That's the only reason I did this, is so I could move this so it's easier to read. And this is part of the cleanup that you'll need, like the things that have to be on there so the contractor can build. And these aren't really grippable. I would have to go shift apparent intersection so I can get it on the right lines. So that's 68. There is another way to do it, but right now, given the amount of knowledge that y'all have for Civil 3D, it's not worth trying to show you that. I think it'd be more confusing, and I don't want to do that right now. So I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to use my apparent intersection, or nearest, which one will ever let me, and then move. Then I do apparent intersection, because I don't know if it'll let me snap. Move, endpoint. I'm going to do perpendicular. I don't know why it's not. There we go. So there's my labels. Okay. Have to do the same thing on the other one. I'm going to rename this to -2. And then I'm going to rename this one to -1. Okay. And then you can actually put these in order. All I did was left mouse click on it, hover over it and go left mouse click to get them in order. Okay, now I am going to copy this one so I can get the stationing at the end. Like I said, there is other methods, but for me this is the quickest to show you all. And I use apparent intersection or intersection a lot. Then again, it would help if it actually worked. If it doesn't snap, don't worry about it. Use one of the other methods, like drawing a line. Like if I am just having a hard time with gripping today. There we go. I could draw a polyline here and go endpoint to endpoint there. And then it would be easier for me to move by intersection at this point along that nearest line. Sometimes that's easier, and I delete that. And then I don't want to see that, so I'm going to bring it up like that. So that gives me the elevations on my profile. All right, I'm going to pause here, and then we're actually going to draw the profile next.